Welcome back, YouTube. Off-season week 10 is going down, and today we have push day. You will get to see my push variation that has a little bit less exercises. It's my push A variation, which only has 6 exercises, still 12 working sets, which is more than enough at this moment in time to keep progression going and keep my physique stepping forward in the right direction. So today I will give you a bit of an update on where we are at the moment with food and the body weight. Last couple of days, my body weight actually leveled off at 253 pounds, still in very, very good condition. I have been comparing some of the pictures and I am definitely leaner now at 253 than I was at pretty much 248 last time around in the off season. So we do have scope to keep things moving forward for a very decent period of time, especially considering that it's my week 10 of the off season, but it's only my week number 5 of re-escalating my supplementation back up. So we will only see real progression start to happen over the next 5, 6, 7 weeks when things start to escalate a little bit further and stabilize, if you know what I mean. So today's session, guys, 2 sets of incline lateral raise, and I have actually been doing a single arm, which for me feels a lot better. I'm able to get more range of motion, and I do feel like from a stability standpoint, doing it lying down on a bench always makes the most sense. I did do bilateral work, but it just felt a little bit off and I wasn't able to generate as much power, but also get the same range of motion, same setup. So slight change in that. Then follow that up with incline Smith machine press, 2 working sets, and 2 working sets on flat prime press, 2 working sets on cable fly, 2 working sets on behind the back lateral raise, and 2 working sets on tricep work. 12 working sets total. Very, very, very short session, but again, it's enough volume to keep things moving forward. Volume, not just being the number of sets that you do. Volume is also your range of motion, your execution, your loading, repetitions, control, your tempo. All of these things do make up your actual training volume. So more accurate you are, stronger you are, better your training is, less direct volume you need through numbers of sets. So pay attention to that, guys. Sometimes when you start off your journey with training and bodybuilding, you may need more sets. As you get more advanced and as you have a deeper understanding of training and your skill within your training improves and increases, your direct number working of sets may need to decrease with that. Training day nutrition. At the moment, we are up to 4,944 calories, protein, 349 grams, carbs, 763 grams, and fat, 55 grams. My diet structure is on the side, and I will show you my pre-workout meal, my intra, and my post-workout meal for today. And you will get to see what I'm going to do post-workout to further enhance my recovery and what I have been doing to help healing of my actual bicep. Without further ado, guys, pre-workout meal. So there's my logbook for the day and my pre-workout meal, which is 150 grams of chocolate orange cream of rice, 40 grams of chocolate whey iso pro, 30 grams of dates, 100 pineapple, and some leftover blueberries from meal 1. I eat this around 80 minutes before I train, and then my stomach is pretty much empty as I start training. So that is meal number 1. Beautiful scenes. Okay, see what this tastes like, huh? I'm probably going to eat my pineapple first. It's made to perfection. Pineapple, enjoy. Off-season is a go, my friends. I'm not sure how any of you guys are feeling. I hope you're feeling well if you are watching this. But the only way I shall and can describe how I am feeling is I am feeling focused. Very, very focused on the task at hand. And that is maximising my ability to progress in every single possible way. And that means managing my stress, managing my routine, making sure my sleep stays dialed in, making sure my rest and recovery times are great, making sure my environment is conducive towards my goals. I definitely think a lot of people miss the bigger picture, right? You've got to treat bodybuilding as any other athlete would if you are looking to be the best that you physically can be. And look, if you don't want to be dialed in, that's completely fine. There's levels to it, right? You don't need to be living your life like a professional bodybuilder, but ultimately it comes down to doing what you enjoy, first and foremost. And secondly, making sure that your actions reflect your goals. If you have set out big goals for yourself, do not be disappointed if you do not reach them, if you are not willing to put the work in. Because let me tell you guys, the last thing you ever want to do is step on stage knowing that you could have done more, or you could have done better. I've been there before, and it's not a great feeling. And 9 times out of 10, sometimes, some of you, I definitely have stepped on stage before, knowing that I have made mistakes that cost me. And sometimes doing more is not the answer, but doing only the necessary. So, remember guys, adherence to your plan is not just doing the work, it's how well you do the work, but also making sure that you do a sufficient amount of work, not more, no less. I have a very extreme mindset where if there is scope to potentially get an extra % of progress by doing more work or being better, I will do it. Now, the biggest issue of bodybuilding is if you do more than required in phases for bodybuilding, more training volume, which leads to less quality, that's a topic for another day, more steps, more cardio than needed, it's likely not going to result to a better outcome. It's likely going to result in you looking worse. So you've got to keep reminding yourself, it's not just about working hard, right? Working hard is having self-control to do what you have to do, not what you want to do. Because an easy way out is not doing what's required from you, yes. But equally, an easy way out is also doing more work to try and suffer when you don't really need to, especially if it's only there to satisfy your own ego, which is my example. It's never going to result in the best of outcomes. So you need to have ultimate self-control. And for me, self-control is quite literally discipline. It's the biggest form of self-love as well. Being disciplined in pursuit of your goals and be unapologetic in the pursuit of your goals. People won't understand it. People won't be able to relate to it. And I know a lot of people can't relate to how I am, but that's okay. I don't want them to. I don't want to be like everybody else. And I think in this day and age, especially with what we do in fitness, right? So many people could be so much better if they put more effort in. And being able to do that as well, guys, it's not a straightforward process where it just happens overnight. You have to build your athletes to it and build them up. That's exactly what I take a lot of pride in as a coach. I not only lead from the front, but I have learned to set my expectations for people at the level at which they are and then build them up slowly. You cannot expect the world from someone who isn't ready for it yet, but you can expect progress. Progress, not perfection. That's one thing I want you to take away from today's video. You don't have to be perfect every day. Nobody's expecting you to. What I am expecting from you today is progress and effort. That is what you deserve. That is what your goals deserve. So focus on that. We are 5 minutes out from the gym, so time for me to get my head in the game. Now, on the way to the gym, I will sometimes listen to a podcast. Sometimes I will also sit in silence and just let my head get into the right mindset to be able to perform at my best. And sometimes some peace and quiet does me a world of good. Food for thought for today for you all. Push day, off-season week 10. We're growing, getting heavier, getting bigger, getting stronger. Let's fucking get it, baby. Here we go.
He's a tricky one to introduce because he's that talented and that charming and that lovely. This man, let's see how much it is.
Solid sets. Holding it to my hand, as it will add a little bit more stability through my shoulder, especially under more weight. Using a cuff and a lateral raise, I do find a lot more comfort with this, and I am able to generate more force and more power, which definitely has its more benefits. Definitely has its benefits. More benefits, more power, more stability, more tension, more growth. Write that shit down. Right, one more set. This was a rep progression relative to last session with, I would argue, better quality repetitions. So I am going to go heavier from a back off set / second set. There's no back off sets or top sets here. Just more so working with a weight that I can still stick to my desired rep range. And where the reps land, they land. So set number 2, I will go a little bit heavier and send it to the moon. So let's get it. Now let's talk about the purpose of a logbook. Your logbook is a diagnostic tool. It's not just about numbers. It's a measure of quality at the forefront of your mind. Last week, I made a note to make the reps better on both sets on a Smith. That's exactly what I did this session. That is a progression itself, guys. Do not get caught up in chasing numbers. Use this as a tool for quality of your work, not quantity. Okay. Oh, final exercise. And we finish off on arms. This is like a treat. I only get 2 working sets, so I'm gonna have to make sure I make them all count. Game time. Yes. Oh, beautiful. Final movement for today's session, 2 working sets on single arm push down. I much prefer working unilaterally for both bicep and tricep. It gives me the ability to have freedom of motion, but also I can move my body position to get the setup right where I can get more range of motion, more stability, and to a degree, working unilaterally, you do recruit more muscle fibers as you are able to isolate the muscle much more than you will bilaterally. So it's a win-win. Okay, that was a tremendous session, I'll be honest. Very happy with how progression is moving, especially when I assess my logbook and I look at the progression of where I started this training block around 6 weeks ago. The difference is vast across all of the lifts. So we are on track. The main goal now is staying patient and making sure that lift progressions are not forced. If you are trying to force lift progressions, you are likely just changing execution. It takes time to progress your lifts. We are not in a strength sport, we are bodybuilding, and bodybuilding versus strength sports are very different. The adaptations that we are looking for bodybuilding are not just neurological. You see quick progression in strength through neurological adaptations. So in short, it's your central nervous system that adapts to new load, that allows you to be more efficient with moving the load. We want the opposite when it comes to training. We want to be as inefficient as possible at moving the load so that it is the most challenging on the muscle tissue that we are trying to train. And that is why you should always utilize your logbook as a diagnostic tool, not a tool to just chase numbers. Today, I progressed 2 of my sets out of the entire session. The rest maintained, however, actually I'm lying, 3 sets. The rest was simply an improvement in execution, and I can promise you, because I'm staying patient and I'm not trying to force progressions, the next time I come to the session in 8 days' time, there will be a significant progression taken across all of the lifts. And when you look at a rep progression, for example, on the loads that I'm using now, it's a decent bit of progress. So you have to understand it's not going to happen overnight. It will take time. It's just a case of building up the momentum, staying on it, staying patient, and not chopping and changing exercises, which is a huge mistake a lot of people make. So you've got to stay accurate, got to stay patient, and you've got to keep consistent with effort over time. Post-workout meal time, guys. It's 250 cod, 10 grams of dates, 160 raw weight rice, which is around 380 grams with the way I cook it. And then I do have 150 grams of blueberries as well. So nice mixture of starches with fructose and glucose. to increase the uptake of carbohydrates. But not only that, there's an enjoyment factor to it and all of the micronutrient benefits that we do get from fruit as well. A little bit of spinach and mushroom in there as well mixed in for, again, a little bit more veg intake. And I do like veg, tastes better. So I'm going to show you the meal. Then I will show you some of my recovery practice that I have been partaking in since I've injured my bicep. So time to eat this now, and then we'll head there. And I think I've got a call and a catch up with Charles, my business partner. So I will kill two birds with one stone whilst I'm traveling, get on a call with him, see what he's up to, and then we'll take it from there. So guys, see you in 30 minutes. But first I will show you how the meal is looking so you can see and give you a bit of a taste test. This is the bowl of gains, quite literally. So we've got all the layers of fish that's been mixed on the pan. We've got 15 grams of sriracha maple syrup from Flavor Gang, which is basically no calories. And then we've got blueberries for after. So this is the main and then dessert. A little bit of water to go in. And meal number 4, post-workout, is going down. Look at that. Beautiful scenes. And we do have some dash seasonings all here as well, so tremendous. Time to eat this thing, get on the road. Oh, bad news. I apologise. My battery died, so I could not film my hyperbaric chamber. So I will have to get you a video next time I actually go on Thursday to cap off the video for today. But another recovery modality, and yes guys, if you want to recover, you're supposed to do less. Trying to do pump workouts or training or doing any activity like cardio is not going to lead to better recovery directly. It will take away from recovery because you are doing extra activity. Activity does not mean you are recovering. Now that is cleared up. Sauna, it can directly have some benefits when it comes to recovery if you are not overdoing it. So short bouts on a frequent basis will improve heart health, to a degree, improve some recovery markers if you are not overdoing it and doing it too close to your workouts. So for me, I like to do 20 minutes to 30 minutes on rest days and post-workout around 2 hours after I finish training. And that has been tremendous. My resting heart rate is always pretty low. I'm always pretty fit, but I do think sauna is contributing somewhat to even better recovery. So give it a shot, guys. Not just for recovery, but also tremendous heart health benefits. Guys, thank you for watching. I may do next part in this video. If not, then I will cap off in the morning as always. For now, I'm going to sweat out for another 5 minutes and then shower time and bedtime. Well, last meal then bed. Blue light blockers, Kuba 10, Raw Optics, link in bio on Instagram. Get on it if you want some proper blue light blockers, blocking out the blue rays and blocking out the haters. Paul, what was saying? Right, this is my recovery procedure. So I was actually vlogging the other day. I was going to get this in the video, so I'm just doing part 2 now to add to the vlog. This is what I've been doing as part of my recovery. These are fancy, these guys. Get me in it, let's go. Right, it's actually something I've been doing since my bicep tear, and it's definitely helped with recovery, so I'm continuing to use it for a little while. The lay down ones are pretty cool because it gives me 60 minutes to just switch off, which makes a big difference mentally and physically, so it's a win-win. Thank you guys, and make sure you like, share and subscribe.